Hey Dragon Slayers, today's video is about the rest of my extended fasting attempts, part 1, from Jimmy Moore. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. Let's get started. In mid-October 2015, Jimmy did another fast for 1 week to see if he would have similar changes in his key markers. Interestingly, his blood sugar fell once again into the 70s and 80s, and he lost 13.4 pounds. However, that weight didn't stay off that time around. Perhaps he is one of those people who needs longer fasts to see the results stick. His next fast experiment took place in December of 2015 when he tried cycling the fast with some non fasting days to see how that would work for him. He fasted for 6 days and then ate on day 7, fasted for another 5 days, and then ate on day 13, then fasted for another 4 days and ended the fast. It was fun changing things up a bit, but he didn't see the same results doing this as he did nearly the 3-week consecutive fast. His blood sugar and blood ketone levels never improved to the levels that he'd come to expect with an extended fast. That said, he lost 18.2 pounds and had kept off 5 pounds when he checked a month later. But he had one more idea for a fast that would be the most controversial one of all. In January of 2016, he had the idea to do an entire 1-month fast. I mean, yeah, that's right. He wanted to fast for 31 days in a row. It was daunting, but he'd been encouraged by his results of his 2 previous extended fasts, so he decided to give it a go. This time around, he thought it would be fun to have a dual energy X-ray absorptiometry scan, better known as a DEXA scan, run to see what has happened to his body fat and muscle mass during the fast. Several of his followers on social media were concerned that he was losing massive amounts of muscle on these fasting experiments. So, he ordered the scan after the January 16 fast, and more on those results in a minute. He was going along swimmingly on that fast, seeing fabulous improvements in his blood sugar, which plummeted down into the 70s and the 60s again, and blood ketones, which were well above 2.5 millimole again. And he was feeling fantastic. In fact, on day 11, he decided to test his blood sugar and blood ketones every hour on the hour to see what was going on. The results are in. Those were some pretty spectacular numbers, and he felt incredible throughout the day, despite having not eaten for 11 days in a row at that point. On day 13, he needed to pause the fast to eat because they were going to go to Virginia to be with his wife's family. Once again, the stress bug hit him hard, and it took a toll on his ability to fast. Thankfully, he got right back on it after taking 1 day off and was doing well until 3 days later when he needed to drive home. Once again, the stress caused him to pause the fast for a second time. During travel, hunger, weakness, and general feelings of blah just hit him like a ton of bricks, and he knows to not just ignore those feelings. So again, on day 16, he began the fast the next day. He fasted for 6 more days after that, paused 1 more time on day 22, and then made it to the final 9 days of the month. All in all, he fasted 28 of the 31 days in January of 2016. So, that's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. And remember, remember, guys, that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.